My contractor is an asshole. Hey guys, what's going on? So today I want to share about something that happened with my contractor in a deal that I brought him in as a business partner to do a rehab deal. You won't believe what happened. Stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Shit Happens. Every Friday, I'm sharing shit that happens in my business as an investor, as a wholesaler, as a landlord, as a flipper, and I want to share today what happened with my stupid contractor. I'm so upset right now because I didn't see these coming. So it was my first time dealing with a big higher end deal, a big higher end flip, where I was supposed to make a lot of money in this deal. Long story short, guys, I found a really good deal in the higher end market. It's one of those flips that I've never been a part of because it's just too much money, too much risk involved. But I was gonna do things right, and I was like, any investor is gonna make mistakes. That's one of my mistakes that I made, and I learned my lesson after a few years. But long story short, guys, I was buying this property. I needed funds, and I had another partner in the transaction, but I didn't have the money to do the renovation. So I had two exit strategies: either sell it the way it is, sell it as is, and maybe make a couple dollars. But it was just a great opportunity to fix and flip that I couldn't pass along. So while I was marketing the property to get rid of it, I showed it to one of my contractors, and he was supposed to have money saved in his bank account, and he was supposed to give me a quote so he can come in as a third of a partner into the transaction. But he was going to do the renovations at his cost. He wasn't going to make any money in the renovations because he was a third owner. Guys, long story short, things didn't go right. Things didn't go as planned. It took way longer than expected, and it's a property in Miami Beach. Is a higher end single family home, like 5,000 square feet. We're talking a market value after renovations of about $2.4 million. And it required everything that a $2.5 million property would require: brand new roof, completely renovated, high-end kitchen. We spent over $80,000 just on the kitchen alone with sub-zero appliances, amazing floors, amazing kitchen, amazing bathrooms, everything renovated, everything beautiful, and everything high-end. And when we started getting the quotes from him, I noticed the price increases from the beginning of the project until the end of the project. And I was thinking maybe what he's doing is he's increasing the prices 20 or 30% so he can say that that 20 or 30% is part of his contribution, so he doesn't have to take money out of his pocket to renovate the property. Instead, he was increasing the prices so my other partner and I would finance the material and the labor, and his contribution would be the 30% that he was increasing. And I realized that at a very late stage in the business. And it was my fault because I kind of let it go. I kind of let my other partner manage the property, and it sucked because I let go on one of my biggest deals that I've ever done as a flipper. And guys, long story short, we ended up losing money on this transaction. And I've been an investor since 2010, and I've never until then, I've never lost money in any fix and flip. I've bought right, and if you notice my wall art in the back, at the very top, it says money is made on the purchase. Money is the very top. Money is made on the purchase. And it's one of my lines that I use all the time. And the reason why I had never lost money in any of my transactions, in any of my flips, is because I know that if I'm flipping a property and I do a great purchase, I have multiple exit strategies. Well, it was my first high-end deal, and I ended up losing money because we took 2 years doing the renovations on a project that was supposed to take 6 months, 9 months the latest. We were paying a high interest on a hard money loan. We had to refinance once. We couldn't make it happen. We couldn't afford the payments anymore. We stopped making the payments at one point in the business because when the property was ready after a year and a half, almost 2 years of being in construction, the high-end market in Miami Beach and probably in the entire Miami area, the high-end market stopped. And the market hit us really, really bad. So we were into the property for about $1.8 million, all in, with the taxes, with the insurances, with the hard money loan expenses, with the finance expenses, with the holding cost, and with the construction material, labor, everything else, and the purchase price. We're about 1.8, and we tried to sell the property for 2.4 for about 2 months. It didn't go through, so we lowered it to 2.3, 2.2, 2.1, until we were able to get it to 1.8, which is our break-even point. But we had to pay commissions and closing costs and finalize all these things, and now we owed a few months of hard money loans. Guys, long story short, when we had to purchase the property, we had to come in to the closing table with $100,000 of our own money. And my contractor put in $33,000. My other partner put $33,000, and I put in $33,000. And the reason why I'm telling you that he's an asshole is because he cannot take the fact that we lost money in this transaction because we overspent, we didn't manage the property the way we should have, we let go of the control, and we trusted each other that everybody else was doing right instead of going what we always do in every single rehab project, was to go by the checklist. And he couldn't agree, and he was resented because I actually told him that I believe that we lost some of the money because he took too long in the project and the market went down. And I also told him straight up in one of the meetings that he was increasing our prices so he could leverage his 33%. So he was hurt, and he didn't take no for an answer. He didn't accept his responsibilities. We all accepted our responsibilities. We were all losing money in this transaction, but I told him the things how they were going. I told them straight up, hey, this is what's going on. This is what I believe. And if you're my business partner and I can't tell you things to your face and I can tell you things honestly, then I don't want to be your partner. So we ended up fighting. And when we lost the property, he sent us a lawsuit for $33,000, which was his initial investment, because apparently he wasn't on title. And yes, that's something that when we had purchased the property to save money in closing costs, we didn't include him in the corporation, in the company that we purchased that property. He was just a third party acting as a contractor, and we did a JV agreement, a joint venture agreement, where we agreed that everything in that specific property was going to be equally split. Profits or losses, expenses, renovations, responsibilities, tasks, everything that we had to do, everything was going to be split. But he forgot that he had signed that agreement, I believe. So now he's suing us for $33,000, saying that we owe him that money, plus the invoices, some of the invoices that he increased the prices on. He's claiming that we still owe him some money. Guys, long story short, or the lesson for the day is, make sure you have everything in writing, make sure you have contracts for everything, and make sure you partner up with people that you trust, because things can go wrong anytime. Things can go wrong any minute, especially if you're in business. No matter how good friends you are, if you lose money, those relationships have to be so strong that they cannot be affected by money. But if you are losing money and the relationships are not that strong, the relationship can go to hell. You can start fighting and you can start suing each other. So that's my lesson for the day, guys. I hope you like this video. Like it, share it, comment, subscribe to the channel below, guys. I'm sharing shit that happened in business. Things the way they are. I'm trying to be as raw, as clean, as clear, as honest, as truthful, and as transparent as things go wrong in the business. Because don't get me wrong, real estate, I am blessed to be in the real estate business. I've made a lot of money. I feel that I'm very successful at what I do. I feel that I know a lot about what I do. But I'm tired of the fakers online just showing the good thing that happened in their business. And they're faking things, they're faking successes so people can subscribe to their channel, so people can follow their tribe and get more followers and get more money and get into seminars and teaching people how to do the things that they're doing by creating fake results. Guys, I want to share what's raw. I want to share what's real. I want to share the bad. I want to share the bad and the ugly. But at the end of the day, I want to share what I learned from it. I want to share how did I go over that? How did I overcome those hard situations, whether it was with tenants, with flips, with rentals, with wholesale deals, deposits that I lost, appraisers that didn't go at the price that they were supposed to, realtors that let a deal go, let a deal die, or mortgage brokers or clients that don't get qualified on time, or deals that don't go through because of time frames. Anyways, guys, I can go on and on about shit that happens in business. And that's my goal. I want to share the bad and the ugly and what I learned from it. Not just my experience, that maybe other people's experience. So if you are a business owner, if you are an investor, if you're in the real estate business and things are not going as right as they should have, let me know. Maybe I can interview you. Maybe you can help me create more content, because not only you learn from these, but I learned from these as well. So it's just creating more content, creating more value. So if you like this series, again, guys, subscribe to my channel below. Every Friday I do Shit Happens, and every Wednesdays I'm doing Deal Makers, where I'm interviewing asset managers, mortgage brokers, realtors, buyers, investors, business partners. I'm interviewing people in the real estate business to see what they do, how they do it, and how they become successful. Guys, I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe below, and have a great day.